Okay, I think we're live. Let me just make sure that I set this up. Good afternoon, everyone. Just good to see you all back. Just making sure that everything is good on this end.
I'm also in a trade that I'm about to close out because TP hit.
All right. Yes, good afternoon. Welcome back to Dollars and Cents, everyone. Hope your Thursday is going well. Hope your week went well. And, you're safe, staying safe out there. We're still dealing with some challenges that has rolled over from 2020 into 2022. But I hope everybody's happy and healthy and happy. Shout outs
Mhm.
to all of you for supporting Dollars and Cents, from since we've started. And of course, we have been getting different individuals on here to share with us their knowledge, their expertise about various topics, usually around finances. But we have been doing our best to get some other things in there to create a well rounded presentation or a well rounded discussion, right? And of course, it's myself, Kenton, aka KP. I have Billy Jane with me from PCAL Financial. She's been on here helping us to hold it down and keep the community informed and empowered. Keisha, she's gonna be on soon. Um, you know, busy woman, all right? She and Billy, they're always all over the place doing things. But she'll be on in a little bit, and of course, shout outs to Wade, he comes on here when he gets the opportunity, but extremely busy person as well. Of course, we can't forget the person that was with us last week, Miss Amanda Malone.
Hello, hi.
And Amanda was dropping some serious bombs on us last week. Just it was quiet in here. We did ask some questions, but it was very engrossing, right?
hmm
We were sort of caught and up in all that you're saying, mesmerized with all the things that you're telling us,
hmm
explaining to us terminologies, describing things as it pertains to digital currency, cryptocurrency, right?
hmm
And I think you got us through a lot of the technical pieces, but time sort of ran out on us when
Yes.
we were getting into the practical side of cryptocurrency, digital currency, and that whole world, right?
Yes.
The last piece of our conversation, we were looking at, okay, well, how do we get down to the rubber meeting the road now? We have some cash, the hard cash, right?
hmm
What do we do with it? How much? You told us about what you're talking to us about what an NFT is. I got
Yes.
some notes here. You mentioned very briefly the metaverse, but you didn't get a chance to go into that. And all of these different things. So you take us pretty much where you want to go, right?
Okay.
And we will pepper you with as many questions as we can, just to help us to understand and help our audience to understand as well. And one more thing, if you are watching, whether you're watching now or later on, just shoot us a message. Shoot us a message. You may have some questions for Amanda. Her, social media handle is right there. You can at her, and she'll be more than happy for you to follow her and also to answer any questions you may have. Yes,
Yes.
Miss Amanda, welcome back.
Yes, well, thank you very, very, very much. Again, I am very grateful to share your stage, have the platform to share this information. Grateful to be talking to our community, grateful to be talking to you guys, to be sharing some education, some information, because in cryptocurrency, it's a wealth of opportunities, but
Hmm.
you won't be able to participate in them if you don't know how. So, if you guys are new here, definitely come with your pen and paper because I have a lot of information that I definitely do want to share, but I don't
Mhm.
want it to go over your head. I want some of it to go on the pen and paper so that you can review it later. For those of us, yes, yes, yes. So if you didn't see last week's episode, I just want to really quickly reintroduce myself. So my name is Amanda Melone. I am a speaker, an educator, an investor, and a mentor, teaching people the skills of financial literacy. Most importantly, I'm very enthusiastic about cryptocurrency just because we are in a wealth transfer right now, and cryptocurrency is the bridge between the have-nots and the haves. Okay, we have the opportunity to have it all. We just need to know how to do it. Last week, we spoke about the history of cryptocurrency. We spoke about Bitcoin. We spoke about
Mhm.
Ethereum. We spoke a little bit about security and basically hodling, buying and holding, and the things that you should know. Today, I want to dive a little bit deeper. Today, I want to talk about the metaverse. I want to talk about NFTs. I want to talk about virtual real estate. After we get through those topics, if we have time, definitely want to get into DeFi, which stands for decentralized finance. That is definitely going down the rabbit hole for sure, but let's get there. Okay, so let's start with the metaverse. So the metaverse is really, really exciting because it's a concept that we all already know anyways, right? For as a little girl, I used to play Sims, right? I used to play Sims.
What's
Sims
Sims?
Sims is a game that I used to
Okay.
play on my computer. I used to have a character.
Okay.
I used to create my character. I used to dress up my character. I used to create a house for her. I would bring her to work. You know, she would have a family. She would meet other people.
All
This
right.
is in a world. We were in a virtual world.
All right.
Okay? We can liken that to the metaverse. It is a virtual world, right?
Mhm.
Similar to Sims, we also have the game GTA, right? GTA is a world. Okay, maybe not all of us are playing GTA Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah,
right? For our
I'm
guys out
familiar.
there, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. So, Grand Theft Auto, what do we have? We have players, right? We have experiences, we have roads, we have a world, right? That itself can be likened into a metaverse. Now, that is just a game. Sims is just a game.
Yeah.
GTA is just a game. What the metaverse is again, it's a world created by us now. It's a world created by creators. People are going into this space and are creating different things in there, right? What are they creating? They're creating homes, they're creating houses, they're creating businesses,
All
right?
right.
Exactly what you can do in Sims, in GTA, in we can also think World of Warcraft, right? We can also think Fortnite, right? When we think of these games that have worlds, liken that to the metaverse. Now, when I say the metaverse, there is not just one metaverse. Okay. Probably one that most are familiar with, not the biggest one, but probably one that most are familiar with is the Facebook metaverse. And that's because Facebook itself contains Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. They
Yeah.
can already contain billions of users, right?
Mhm.
So they actually placed a, what was it, an $8 billion bet or a $10 billion bet that they want to be ahead of the metaverse world. So what they're doing is basically creating a metaverse. So they're creating a space. And this space is going to be built off. Remember, we were talking about the blockchain, the technology, the
Yeah.
codes that
Yeah.
these coins are built off. Through those codes, you can now create, right? So that's what they're doing. So as a Facebook user, we are on Facebook. We are on Facebook.
Correct.
Imagine, instead of me looking at you guys through screens, instead of you guys looking at me through screens, imagine we could create a room, a virtual room, and between us is a virtual table. And I see you, KP, right there, and I see you, Billie Jean, right here, and I'm standing right here. Only it's not me physically, it's my avatar. Okay. And it's your avatar.
I
And
was just about to use the term that because when you're talking about those other games, I'm used to the term avatar when you
exactly.
put yourself in. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And so now here we are in the metaverse having an experience. We
Hmm.
are having a business meeting in this room that we have created. Okay? That is the metaverse. Okay? Anybody can create spaces. Anybody can do this. Facebook is, like I said, probably the most well-known metaverse. Again, not the largest one. Right now, the largest one is a metaverse that we call Decentraland. Decentraland. Okay. Same concept, same exact concept. Decentraland. There is also another metaverse called, what is the other metaverse? There's so many different Sandbox is another type of metaverse. Okay. Now, I want you guys to understand, like, how can you even experience these metaverses, right? You're going to be able to connect with other people in the metaverse. You're going to be able to create things, spaces, experiences. We created a room with a table and we shared an experience, right? You're
Hmm.
going to be able to game in these metaverses as well. Imagine you go to a metaverse and there is a casino game. Okay, you can actually play that casino game. You can actually earn and win in the currency that they're using in that game. So let's say, for example, we're in, when I was playing The Sims, you needed coins. Like you needed to earn different coins so that you could buy different things, right?
Hmm.
Same concept exists in the metaverse. Okay. Same concept exists. If you're gaming in the metaverse, you have the opportunity to earn in the metaverse as well, right? So, for example, in the Facebook metaverse, I'm not sure what currency they're going to be using. But like I mentioned, the Sandbox metaverse, Sandbox is actually a coin, right? It's that coin that has the code that creates the metaverse. And it's that coin that would also be used as the currency within that metaverse. So within that Sandbox metaverse, you're gaming, you can also work, and you can also earn in this metaverse. Okay? So if anybody loved Decentraland, I love it too. I love it too. I had one of my older partners. I had to help them set them up, but they were really excited to see their own avatar in this virtual experience. And
Hmm.
we can experience it two ways. We can immerse ourselves, we can put on our goggles,
I
and
was, yeah. So you got to
yes,
go through it like that. Okay.
you can two ways. You can put on your goggles and you
Hmm.
can fully experience the metaverse. You can,
Okay.
where everything, all of your senses now see the metaverse, virtual reality.
Mm.
You can also experience it via augmented reality. So let's say I put on a pair of sunglasses, and now instead of just a computer that I see in front of me, I also see different, I like to think like Star Trek visuals, like you see
Yeah, but
different holograms here,
is it
augmented
didn't
reality.
Facebook they're using that Ray-Ban glasses and
Exactly.
they're doing that little thing that you're
Exactly.
talking about here.
I love that you say that because
Right.
Ray-Ban is invested into the metaverse.
Okay.
Nike is invested into the metaverse. H&M,
Mm.
Facebook, Instagram, banks are
Mm.
now finding their way into the metaverse. Museums are finding their way into the metaverse. Walmart is in the, you're now going to be able to, as you're in the metaverse, go to Walmart, do your grocery shopping, and then have it show up at your physical door.
That's what. Okay, I was because I was. What does it all stay in the
Mhm.
virtual world, or is it transferable? Because
Yeah.
I need to eat physically. So
The only thing is that to purchase that Walmart, you would need the currency of that metaverse. Okay.
okay, okay.
But you can work and you can earn in the
Mm.
metaverse.
Mhm.
So it's a whole economy within these specific metaverses. Okay.
Right.
And order pizza, you could order food, whatever. You're in there, you're in the
Hmm.
metaverse. Why is this important? Well, I think that it really blew up the concept of virtual reality, the concept of gaming really blew up during the pandemic, right? When
Hmm.
nobody had anything else to do, they were just at home, they didn't have work. A lot of people were immersing themselves in gaming. These are things that we're already doing, right? Gaming, you already had virtual reality. Nintendo Wii, for example. You already had hand controllers where you were I don't even know what this word is, but you were controlling your avatar via these things. So the concept is not new. The concept is already there. We're just applying it differently, right? It's just based now within this crypto space, and it's now real world and has real world rewards as opposed to just gameplay, right? So take those same skills and just apply it to a place where you can now also be investing into it, right? People are not only getting jobs, they're also making a living in this space, right? By buying virtual land, right? So very quick overview about virtual land, how this is important. So let's say how can I physically in an arena. Okay, on my Instagram yesterday, I actually did a short clip of Ariana Grande doing a live concert in Fortnite, right? In Fortnite. So she was Fortnite can be considered a metaverse, right? She had over 4 million people show up to this digital space to watch her digital concert. 4 million people in one space. That could never happen, at least not yet, in the physical space, right? So if we put this in the virtual space, I'm in the virtual space. We're all three of us, we're going to Ariana Grande's concert, but millions of other people, and all three of us are in three separate physical locations.
Right.
And we're all coming to one virtual location. So if we open that up to the world, imagine how many people are now coming to one spot in this virtual space. This is virtual real estate. This one space is virtual real estate. Now, we're not buying the arena. We don't want to buy the arena. We're looking for the arena. As investors, we're looking for the arenas. We're looking for hotspots as we would in the physical real estate, right? So we're looking for those hotspots and we want to purchase land around it, right? That's what we want to do. We want to purchase land around it so that as we have millions of people, Kenton, Billie Jean, me, we're all going to Ariana Grande's concert. Our avatars are, right? When we're leaving, imagine if that's your shop that I'm passing by as my avatar is leaving, but I'm experiencing my avatar and I'm seeing your shop, right? Imagine you are the pizza, right? And now suddenly I'm hungry. My real self is hungry. I'm going to go to the pizza right there and buy some food, right? So that's why virtual real estate is really, really important. And what we have, the benefit right now is that not a lot of people know about it yet. So this land, a lot of people are very, very focused in physical real estate. And I get it because you can't physically live in the metaverse, but the same concept of wanting to get into real estate and maybe not having the capital to get into physical real estate, you have the ability to do it in the metaverse. Okay.
So you can even create your own events in the like just as Ariana Grande had created her event, you can create your own event in the metaverse. You can reach so many more people. You can have real estate around that metaverse because maybe you've hosted the event and you want to now sell your product. People can now, as they're leaving the metaverse or as they're at the metaverse during their breaks, whatever, can take advantage of whatever you're offering.
That pizza.
Interesting. And there's so much because as you mentioned there when you think that you've got businesses, you've got banks, you've got, the museum, you've got all Walmart, you've got all of these businesses now on the metaverse. People can access their products and services on the metaverse in this virtual world, but also get access to those products in the physical world.
Right.
Yes.
It's another form of advertising is almost
of this. What is that movie? It became this like huge underground
Matrix
hit. No, Matrix, that's one thing.
Matrix.
Yeah, that's right. Like exactly. We're in the Matrix right now.
Yeah.
We just have to wake up. But the thing is, but there was this other like really hit, like underground, like I want to say from the 70s. I remember people were driving like motorcycles, but it was all like virtual reality space. Oh gosh, I'm gonna
You
ask
know
my
what's a
husband
good
now.
movie to watch? A good movie to watch that's very, very similar to what I'm talking about is Ready Player One. If you
Ready
watch,
Player One.
Okay.
Yeah.
if you watch the movie
You need to
Ready
watch
Player One,
it.
yeah, it's
Ready
very,
Player
very
One.
similar. Yes,
Navia just said it. Yeah.
it's very, very similar. You live in the real world, you put on your virtual reality gear, and now you have your own avatar, and now you're experiencing a metaverse. And other people are coming into that same metaverse wherever they are in physical land, coming into that same metaverse. And you guys are sharing an experience, right?
Okay.
That's the metaverse. That's the
So
metaverse.
if you have a company, you can like buy a space or whatever the term is in
Yeah.
the metaverse.
Yeah.
People
Yes,
will
you
go to the
can.
metaverse. They'll see what your company is, and then physically speaking, you get the customers or you get the
Yes.
person responding. Okay.
If
Yes.
there's actually like a physical product, but the person
Mm-hmm.
can actually have an because I'm thinking, for instance, me
Mm-hmm.
offering my service in the metaverse,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually come on in, and we're
Mm-hmm.
actually having a meeting virtually. They can come into my business, sit down at my table, we talk, but we're doing that all virtually, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
so this
Exactly.
interaction is audible as well as
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
okay, all
Yes.
right.
Yes. 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 I mean, you just
Because
have
you
to
got
have the
your
gear. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
yeah,
just have to have the gear to experience it, and then you can experience it. Some decentralized, you can experience, like you can go to decentraland.com and
Mm-hmm.
experience it, but you'll be experiencing it in a 2D version as opposed to a 3D version.
Right, right.
Okay? That's the only thing.
because
Mhm.
like I'm in imagine when you think of those people and they totally suit up, the
Mm-hmm.
gloves, everything, so then their avatar is moving, is interacting, you're feeling. If you get
Mhm.
killed, your avatar gets killed.
Yeah, but remember, even think this technology is already there. The
Yeah,
technology is people are already using it. Like I
right.
really go back to when I'm playing with my cousins playing Nintendo Wii.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I
True.
created my
Right,
avatar and now I'm playing tennis,
right.
right? And that itself is a metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
That itself is a metaverse. So if we can do that, if we can experience it like that, then we can experience it in the metaverse. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be, that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be this foreign concept. It needs to be known. It needs to be common, because what we don't have, our community, a lot of us don't have the capital to get into real estate. And so we're not able to. So if we could get into here, right? And some people are just buying to flip, right? Some
Right.
people are just, remember I said, we don't want the concert arena. We just want to find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if some people are finding the concert arena and purchasing real estate around it, wait a month, 2 months to resell it at a profit, people are making money through this, right? That's how it's happening. That is what virtual real estate is. And every metaverse has real estate to sell. Every metaverse has real estate to sell. In fact, that's how they grow their metaverse, is by selling their real estate, right? It creates their own economy. Each
Mm-hmm.
metaverse is going to create their money, is going to flow in and flow out, flow in and flow out.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Location, location, location. So how do you know? Oh my goodness. So now
How do
it's
you
like
know? This is where we're going to
that's
have
the
to do
whole
our,
looking that you were talking about.
yeah,
Looking for
yeah, yes, yes. But if you put in the research, then the rewards are also yours. The rewards are also yours. Okay. And I know there are some people here. I know there are some people very hesitant to crypto. I know there are some people very hesitant to the metaverse as a whole as well. And for those people, I want to speak to those people because I'm very close to some of those people. I want to say this: even if you don't believe in the direction of the metaverse, even if you don't see the connection of all of these companies already being invested into the metaverse, if you want to be a hands off into the metaverse, you can still make money on it by just investing into the coins, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can still make money off of Facebook by investing into their coin. Make money off of Decentraland by buying the coin. Make money off of Sandbox by buying the coin, right? And then just holding it.
So each of these metaverses have their own currency, but they're also, so for instance, like the Bitcoin or the Ethereum, you can transact in those metaverses with those currencies as well.
Exactly. Remember, the Facebook metaverse is going to be built off the Ethereum network.
So that's
Okay.
Ethereum. Okay.
Right?
Facebook is Ethereum.
Yes.
Okay. And what is
Decentraland
decentral?
has its own coin named Decentraland. In fact, let me go ahead and start sharing.
If that's the biggest one.
Well, I also want you to observe, even with us here, Amanda, as you do this presentation. Remember, we were somewhat clueless last week, but the more education we get.
That's right. Now we're like,
look at you guys. Look at you.
We're all like getting more engaged.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. Are you guys
wouldn't the decentral, as you're pulling it up, wouldn't the decentral, like I haven't, like, personally, because I'm not in this space, I haven't heard of Decentraland. I haven't heard of this metaverse. I didn't know Facebook had its own metaverse or whatever. But if you're saying Decentraland is the largest metaverse, I would have thought that their currency would be then pretty well known too, since it's the largest and people are doing things, or maybe people are not transacting that much right now. Like, I mean, when you think about the coins, right, I would have thought that there would be a fairly well-known Decentraland coin. You know what I mean?
I'll say this. It's all about the your network. It's all about your network, right? So why the knowledge of the largest metaverse hasn't met you is because not probably your circle of those that are knowledgeable in that depth of crypto is just not there yet, right? I truly think that that's just the reason, right? And that's why these conversations are really important. I just want to make sure you guys can see my screen. That's why these conversations are really important, to open you up to that information, right? There is the difference between the 95% and the 5% is not skill, it's not expertise, it's not age, it's nothing else except information. That's
awareness.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So I want to look. I am at. You guys can see my screen. I want to make sure.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Awesome. I'm here at CoinGecko.com. CoinGecko.com. And this is where we look at all of the different cryptocurrency coins. So we could see Bitcoin is right here. Bitcoin is number one, and this is based on market cap. So market cap basically means how much money is flowing in and out. Like, as people are buying and selling and holding, how much money is in the Bitcoin coin, right? Bitcoin is now at trillion, no, 1,000, 100,000. Billion 761 billion. Okay, that's Bitcoin. What I want to do is I want to look at metaverse coins. So I'm just going to go to the search. Metaverse coins, is it going to show me?
I wrote this down on CoinGecko.com.
So the market cap. So this market cap, is it denominated in U.S. currency?
U.S. currency. U.S. currency. I'm looking for metaverse.
Because I'm like, where's Decentral coin? Decentraland.
Okay, so these are all the coins
there it is.
Connected to metaverses. Okay, we see first one, Axie Infinity is a metaverse. The Sandbox is a metaverse. Decentraland is a metaverse. Okay, these are our metaverse coins. So this is where these are the coins that we would be buying. Decentraland, we would buy mana. Sandbox, we would buy sand. Okay, these are the coins that we would be buying. Let's go over to Decentraland, DECENTRALand.com. Decentraland. Also, you'll notice that I'm using a browser called Brave. This Brave browser that I use, as I use it, I earn a coin called BAT. So just in me speaking with you guys, using my everyday internet use, I'm also earning while I'm just out here living.
That's another story.
Exactly.
But you were saying that also with, did you not say that with ShakePay as well? You're earning using
exactly. Yes. I hope you guys are writing this down. This is just free money, just in the air. I hope you guys are catching it. I really, really hope you guys are catching it.
That's not just for us. That's for everybody watching.
Yes, this is for everybody. Okay, so here we are in Decentraland. Decentraland, you could see what the gameplay is going to be like. You can explore. This is your caricatures that you can create. You can create worlds. You can trade digital assets. NFTs. NFTs. The home of NFTs are in the metaverse. Where do NFTs exist? In the metaverse. Okay. And then, yeah, this is Decentraland. This is Decentraland. We can also go to Sandbox, sandboxvr.com. You know who has some land in Sandbox? Snoop Dogg.
Cool. Snow. Oh, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. I was
so
about to
Snoop
mention that
Dogg's
when
on
you were talking.
Sandbox.
Yes.
A lot of athletes and entertainers, you know,
Yeah.
they've
They're on
bought.
Sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's Sandbox, but they've bought a lot of
Virtual real estate.
virtual real estate.
Yes. So this is not Sandbox VR. If you guys are in Toronto, Sandbox VR is actually a virtual real estate experience in
Mm-hmm.
physical that you could go and like experience virtual reality. I
Oh,
didn't mean to go
okay.
there. I meant to go to Sandbox Metaverse. Yes.
So what is the browser you're using again?
Brave. And you can just go to brave.com. You could download Brave just like you would your Chrome or whatever browser you're using. I always recommend those that work with me to download Brave.
But that's okay. So Brave is okay. Well, CoinGecko is a different one.
Brave is a browser. Brave is
Mm-hmm.
your actual internet browser. And CoinGecko is a website that I use to do some coin research.
Brave as in BRAVE.
Yeah, BRAVE. Yes, Brave. So here's what Sandbox looks like. There's Snoop Dogg. Oh, look at him.
Where?
Oh, we just missed it. We just missed him. But yes, this is the Sandbox experience. We could look at the map. If I open up the map, it'll give you a better idea of what real estate is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, let's just say, the Sandbox world.
Mm-hmm.
The Sandbox world, and every pixel that you see is a piece of real estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can see that we have Atari down here. Atari has bought
I
this.
see. Oh my gosh, Atari.
Yes.
They're still around.
They're still around.
Yes. Yes,
They're here in the virtual world. Okay. And
Yes,
you can see
they are.
so basically, so then companies will put their logos.
Yes.
And
Yes. If they put their logos, then it lets people know that they're there and it
Mhm.
increases their value.
Value.
If they have good,
Mhm.
great brand recognition, why not? Right. So
Yeah.
here we see all of these different virtual real estates. We can get an idea. For example, Atari. Atari is a place that we might want to buy some real estate around, right? Maybe it's not developed yet, but we can imagine within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, something very interesting will be built in this place. And so therefore, I want to be around it.
Question,
Yes.
Amanda.
Yes.
In understanding a little bit better what you were saying regarding whether it's the currency or buying the real estate, right? This is just increasing the profile of what you have literally. So if like I said,
Yes.
like we spoke about, you have a company,
Mhm.
your company is displayed in the virtual world,
Mhm.
and it is transferred to physical things happening in the real world.
Yes.
Is this always going to be the interplay that we're going to see here? It's not like this crazy fiction world that they're trying to replace the real world with the virtual world. It's just
We-
the interplay on both of both,
We
right?
can never really replace. We can never really replace simply because we're humans and we need real food and
Correct.
we have
Right.
real
Yeah.
existing needs,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Outside of that, however much a person wants to immerse themselves in that world, they
Yeah.
certainly can,
Okay.
right? However much or however little,
Mhm.
they certainly can. Consider it like one big game, right? For those of us that have cousins or little brothers that are gamers, we know how like focused and how many hours they can spend in that game while at the same time stopping to eat, sleep, whatever they have to do. it can be just like that. How much time you want to spend in or outside of it, you can do. At the same time, though, there's work opportunities within the metaverse. Let's say we walk into an H&M in the metaverse. Doesn't the H&M need employees?
Yeah.
Right? So there's work within the metaverse. Physically, you're probably just in your room, but in the metaverse, you are taking care of other people, right? So it's completely up to you. Completely up to you. It's not a 0 to 100, no.
So just even that example of like the H&M, this is where you can just have an experience in the virtual world that may be very different from that in this physical world. So you can go into the virtual H&M, I'm thinking, and you can probably buy, can you not buy virtual clothes and stuff? And so then your avatar is dressed, but they're not being delivered to your house. This is for your experience in the virtual world. So you can choose like kind of not to even come out of the virtual world except to eat and sleep. But you know, there's the opportunity where you can actually get physical product as well as as you said, those digital assets that never show up in the physical world, but there's just part of that digital or virtual experience. You've got your real estate in the virtual world. You now need to dress your space, so you get your artwork, your furniture, your whole thing to create this experience, but it only exists in that virtual world. And meanwhile, you could be living in some little tiny home in Alaska with nothing in it, but you've got this whole virtual experience. So
yes.
Okay, this is really
you
interesting.
You definitely can do that. 100%. And I'm glad that you brought it up. Yes, you can buy clothes for your avatar. Those clothes would be NFTs, right? You can buy clothes for your avatar. In fact, I'm still working with a designer that's designing his NFT collection. He's turning his physical collection into NFT collection to then open his own store to sell as NFTs, right? We are now getting the emergence of fashion in the metaverse space, right? Fashion, not only is your design going to be judged, but also the flowingness, right? How realistic is it? Right? These are the things that we're going into. And as we start talking about, now that we're getting into the space of NFTs, as you buy, let's say you buy a piece of fashion, let's say you buy a dress, okay? And you buy it for your avatar, okay? What you can also do, what some NFT owners and collectors, not collectors, but creators, NFT creators are doing, especially with apparel, is that if you want to buy something for your avatar, let's say a dress, you can also get that same physical dress sent to yourself as a perk, of purchasing your NFT. What's more is, like, let's say it is a fashion design dress, and not only is that line being highlighted in the metaverse fashion week, let's say they're also highlighted in the real world fashion week. This is where they would actually, as an NFT holder, as a collector, as a VIP of that line, you'll get to probably sit first line. And at the same time, imagine you're presented with your dress at Fashion Week.
The actual physical dress.
Yes. When we get into NFTs, right? Yes, NFTs is a token of ownership. That's what NFTs are. It's a token of ownership, right? So owning this NFT, this token, owning this thing comes with more than it just being a piece of art. It can just be a piece of art, sure. But what also comes behind it is all of these different real world perks that come with it. For example, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again because I want to bring you to share screen, where a lot of people don't know where to purchase NFTs, and I like to bring them to OpenSea.io. This is where your largest collection of NFTs are. And imagine you wanted to get a Bored Ape.
You want to get a what?
A Bored Ape. A Bored Ape. Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is an NFT collection, okay? And if you look at it, it's just like, okay, monkeys, sure, whatever, right? But right, but I want you guys to know that it's not just the picture of the monkey. You've actually plugged into an exclusive yacht club, like an actual yacht club. And you are a member by being an owner of one of these NFTs. If you are an owner of one of these NFTs, I want you to look at floor price. Floor price means of all of the, right now there's 10,000 items. 10,000 items. 10,000 items. The lowest, the cheapest one, the floor price is 145 ETH. Let's see, ETH to CAD. Ethereum to Canadian dollars. 145. That
oh my
is,
lord.
right there.
Because I'm like, one is $3,000.
4 million.
It's 430. Oh yeah, there are no commas. Yeah, you're right. 4.3 million.
$4.3 million price is the floor price of this picture of a monkey, right? Because it's not just the picture of the monkey. Number one, it's the community that you've plugged into.
Access to this community.
As a member of the yacht club, there's different clubs. There's I don't know, there's every NFT has a community. As a member of this yacht club, though, what I will say is that you now have exclusive access to private yacht parties, right? All over the world. Now, let's say I'm a yacht club holder. Let's say I have the NFT, but I'm not available for the party that's happening over there. What I can do is I can sell it to you, Billie Jean, and you can go to the party as now the owner of the NFT, enjoy the party, and give it back to me, right? It's not tied to one person. It's just tied to the actual item. I could give it away. I could bring it back. I could give it away. I could bring it back. Or I could just hold it because I love the community. I'm a part of the community and I want to hold it as a long-term investment, right? That's what NFTs are. When you come over here, and I know we don't have too much time, but when you come over here to OpenSea, looking at NFTs that you want to get involved into, a few things that I want to bring your attention to. When you're looking at a project, you want to make sure it has a verified check. Especially for those, let's say in every space at all times, there's going to be somebody that wants to scam you, take the advantage of you, just take advantage of the knowledge that you don't even know you don't know. Right. So you want to start looking at this verified check. The number of items, the lower the items, the lower number, the more valuable they are, right? If we're just going back to supply and demand. Lower supply, higher demand, higher supply, lower demand. Owners. We want to make sure that there's a good amount of owners. If there was 10K items and only 300 owners, then that would mean that a large portion of those people have too much power. If, let's say, even just 10 of them or 20 of them decided to dump their inventory, it would drop the floor price for everybody, right? So we want to make sure that the owners are, we're seeing an equal distribution between owners and items, right? Just in terms of control, in terms of power, what they're able to do with this collection. Floor price is the cheapest value and volume traded. When you're thinking about an NFT, volume traded is kind of like the economy of the NFT. How much money is flowing within those NFTs? What's buying and selling, right? How much activity, how much demand is in there? So we can see here, I just clicked activity here. We can see the buying and the selling that's happening just 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Somebody bought this NFT for 145. So they bought that 4.3 that they had $4.3 million, and they bought this Bored Ape 2 hours ago, right? And what's amazing is that all of your NFTs are stored on the blockchain. So everything can be seen everything is public. Everybody could see exactly what you have. I can click this NFT and I can see that it's owned by this guy, Mr. Clean. I can go into Mr. Clean's portfolio and I can see all of I could see his whole portfolio public, right? And if I like something, I could click it. I can go, this is by Arbo Artifacts, and I can look and I can just explore different NFTs right here. NFTs, right? One last thing that I'll say about NFTs while we're still on the, I want to go to, I'll show you guys my collection. I have a very small collection here, very small collection here. Oh, I'm not going to log in. I'm not going to go back. How do I get out of here? Okay, I'm not going to log in, but I do have crypto. It's like a CRY Crime Club. This is a project that I'm really looking forward to. The Crypto Crime Club project. It's actually very similar to the GTA example I was giving you guys, Grand Theft Auto. And these NFTs would just be your players within Grand Theft Auto, right? And I personally have this. This is not my actual one, but Kira, for example, she has this certain one, Kira's. Let me actually just look at Kira's. Oh wait, main character. I want us to go to Kira. This character comes in many different varieties, right? Okay. There's not one that's the same, right? And that's why with NFTs, each one has a different value. Because let's say this yellow suit is more popular than this red dress, then that would mean that it's less valued because more people have it than this red dress, right? And you see it goes with the apparel, it goes with the weapon that she has, it goes with the hair that she has, it goes with the background that she has. And if you just scroll down, you can see the metrics of your one NFT right here. We can see that only 3% have her long and sleek hair. Only 3% have the weapon that she's having, right? So that's why what you're holding, if you're an NFT holder, that's why what you're holding is an asset, because no one is the exact same and each carries their own value based on the characteristics of the NFT itself. So I don't want to get too deep into it. I know that we probably went over a few people's heads, but I hope that I gave you a great place to start. I hope that I gave you a good foundation, a good understanding of which you can now participate in a conversation when those around you are speaking crypto. I hope I've given you at least been like, yes, I've heard that before. Yes, I know what you're talking about. That's what I want to instill in you. I want to give you the competence to participate in this space, and I want to give you the confidence to learn how to make money in this space as well.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
This was great.
Yes.
This is great. So we won't just sit there, KP, and our eyes glaze over. Like, this is for the young folk, not for us.
For everyone.
We can actually participate and engage in conversation, but most importantly, engage in wealth building, because we here want to create dollars and cents, and we can't do that without knowing. So this was really, really great, especially you showing us it. For those of us who are visual learners, it makes it that much more real and understandable. So
yes,
this has been awesome.
I'm glad. Do you guys have any questions? I know it's probably like, whoa.
Well, I think one question, something else we'll talk after we sign off here. But remember, we were talking about the physical money that you have.
Yes.
And utilizing it. I don't know, like 500, 1,000.
Yes.
Whatever the case is. Like,
yes.
Talk a little bit about that in terms of, how it works, what kind of interest you can get, how you can pull out physical, something like that.
Okay, of course. So let's start with, you have money in the bank. Your money is in the bank. How are we even getting to this point where we're in this space? The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have an exchange that, if you're in Canada, I suggest ShakePay. If you're in the States, I suggest Cash App. You're going to send your money however it is that you send it. Maybe you email transfer it in, or maybe you put in your banking information, but you're going to send your cash to those apps, and you're going to, first step, buy Bitcoin. Okay. You're going to buy Bitcoin. You're going to then connect your browser to what we call a MetaMask browser, right? A MetaMask wallet. And what the MetaMask wallet does is it essentially allows you to, the crypto that you now have, it allows you to now use it in these virtual spaces, right? It allows you to go to the metaverse and use it now. When we go to Decentraland and Decentraland's like, okay, you want to buy a new hat for your avatar? Amazing. Let me get that money that you have in your wallet that we've connected to our MetaMask wallet. And that's how we're going to start interacting in this space. We can always send out from our MetaMask wallet, and we can always send back in to our MetaMask wallet. So let's say we buy some virtual real estate. Okay, we're buying virtual real estate. It's one Ethereum. One Ethereum is about 3,000, should be around the $3,000 range. Put $3,000 in. We buy one piece of real estate. A month later, that piece of real estate is not one Ethereum, because in majority of these metaverses, the currency is not USD. The currency is always going to be the coin. Let's just say, for this example, Ethereum. Right. Instead of one Ethereum, it's now two. You want to pull your profits, right? So you're going to sell your piece of real estate. Unfortunately, real estate, you can't break it up. If you have one block, then you're selling one block. You're going to sell your piece of real estate. Now you have two ETH. It sends back to your MetaMask wallet. From your MetaMask wallet, you send it back to your original exchange, let's say the ShakePay or the Cash App, right? You convert that into back to Bitcoin, back to your original currency. For me, it would be CAD. KP for you, it would be USD. And from there, you put it back into your bank account. Okay. What I will say about that, withdrawing crypto, I feel like the crypto game is a long-term game. If you're looking for withdrawals, if you're looking for frequent withdrawals, I would refer you to the trading aspect of this financial markets, trading cryptocurrency, if you're looking for fast results. But I do feel like this crypto space is more of a long-term. I also feel like currency is now going to be more crypto-based. So the more currency that you have, I'm always like, don't withdraw it into your bank account. Once it hits your bank account, that's when governments can see it. That's when eyes can see it. That's when questions start being arised. That's when tax implications start happening. Once it hits your bank account, what I would suggest instead is put it into your Exodus, put it into your secure wallet that we were talking about last week, or put it into your ledger, right? Hold it there, right? Hold it there. And then once the world becomes very much crypto based and you're buying and exchanging in crypto anyways, you're going to be glad you didn't withdraw it into a depreciating asset.
Very interesting, because I know KP, you shared with us the video of the gentleman who went to South America. I can't remember where, and he went to Walmart, was trying to transact, went to Starbucks, and he was transacting with his Bitcoin. I believe he was using Bitcoin. So that was cool. So, in what you're sharing is, if you can sort of to minimize that, converting it back to your currency, because then it does become a taxable event. Exactly. But accumulate that, build your wealth in that. And then you can, as the world moves, and it is moving in that way, then you're able to transact more with that currency. Right.
Exactly.
And you can buy physical assets with that currency. But then you can also be buying virtual assets in the metaverse.
At that point, the world is yours, to be honest, because we are literally at the beginning of it. So many people are unaware. Only 6% of the world even know about crypto. So imagine if you just started getting investing today, the world is going to take off, because with cryptocurrency, you don't need a bank. All you need is a cell phone. Majority of the world doesn't have a bank account, but majority of the world has a cell phone, right?
Yeah, especially when you think, I'm just even thinking about the continent. Like, cell phones are so huge.
Yep.
So how much can that just change the wealth game?
That's what I'm
right
saying.
There.
Exactly. So I highly encourage everybody to get involved. Just a quick plug for myself. I do run webinars, Fridays at 8 p.m. just to teach you how I learned, to get you plugged into my network, to learn a little bit about how I know everything that I do, because I don't want to be the cap of your learning. I want you to be able to plug in at your time and learn exactly the things that you want to learn deeper than my knowledge, right? So I give access to a select few people every Friday at 8 p.m. If you guys are interested, anybody here watching this, let me know. I'll definitely get you registered and we can have a further deeper conversation tomorrow.
So then people need to connect with you through your Instagram, message you through there.
Yes. Anyway, but my Instagram handle is right there. Yes.
Just so I'm not missing a point here, Navia, shout out to her for commenting. She said something about flat currency. What does that mean?
No, fiat. That's just regular, regular paper currency that we know.
I need to get glasses. Oops.
Fiat versus digital. Fiat versus digital.
Yeah. All right.
Physical currency.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt.
Okay. Mind blown.
We are like on time, but we could keep going, right, KP?
Definitely keep going. But listen, the shift from last week to today, totally
right.
I felt a little bit more comfortable. You know, I'm not a fish. I don't feel like a fish out of water.
Wow. Yes.
No,
it's amazing. Just the information.
So true, KP. Oh my gosh.
More relaxed, much more comfortable. I was worried about, don't ask any silly questions.
I have to agree with you so much, KP. And Amanda, that is also a testament to your teaching. You've made it very easy to sort of digest, make it very sort of real world and accessible. So I too have to agree with KP. There's been a huge shift in my own sort of energy through this experience. Honestly, last week, I wanted to learn, but there was a bit of a resistance because there are some preconceived notions about things, but now it's really open things up and a lot more open to change, and that this world is changing and that we can change with it, be open to what is out there. So thank you. It really is a testament to your delivery of the information. So thank you for the work that you're doing, and thank you for making it available to our audience on Fridays at 8 p.m. to continue to delve into it. But this was great.
No problem. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're don't sign off, Amanda. We'll talk to you offline.
Conversation's continuing.
Let me just tell our folks bye. Okay, folks, thank you very much for joining us. You and for the individual, specifically Navia, but for the individuals that were watching and the individuals that took part in sharing some questions, appreciate it. Remember, her information is right in front of you. Just at her beloved Melone, at beloved Melone. All right, and that's on Instagram. And once you get connected with her there, you can connect with her on all platforms. The webinar is on Fridays at 8.
Fridays tomorrow, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So make sure you get
free
registered.
Up your calendar.
It's free. Plug in, learn something, and make a decision about what you want to do.
All right. So knowledge and opportunity, and helping you make sense of your dollars, and in this particular case, your virtual.
Yes.
Your virtual dollars.
Yes. All right. Shout out to everybody. See you next week. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.